I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Mental Health Awareness Month. I figured this video would be the perfect video for this month. That's why I saved it for this month. You know, it was pre-recorded a while ago. I saved it for this month just because I felt it was fitting. Maybe you can relate. If you can, I'm sorry, because nobody wants to relate to something like this, that's for sure. But we're resilient, we heal, we grow. Hopefully that is the goal anyway. But anyway, you guys, I just wanted to pop in and say that. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month and all of those things. But this video is already long as hell, so I won't keep blabbering. Onto the video. Enjoy. Like, don't be getting an attitude with my cat. I'm just trying to wash my butthole in the piece of myself. Is that not okay? Have some breakfast first. Jesus. Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here and you don't know me, my name is Ashley Abbott. Hello, welcome in everybody. So happy to have you here. Today we are doing a Get Ready With Me, and if you've seen the title, you know these Get Ready With Me's get a little crazy with some embarrassing stories, some interesting stories, whatever you want to say. So I got another one of those for you today. I have a story about how I almost married the wrong person. And I'm not a health professional. I just want to give a little disclaimer here. I'm not any of that by any means in any way. I am not fit to diagnose someone. So I'm just going to say this person is an undiagnosed narcissist. We use that word widely these days. So I can't say if he's an actual narcissist. We're just going to go with he's an alleged narcissist. He's a narcissist in my opinion, allegedly. But you get what I'm saying. So I'm going to tell that story today, but I just wanted to give a little disclaimer. I'm not a medical professional. I'm nothing and anything like that. Also, I'm going to be talking about like toxic relationships and toxic behavior. So if that's triggering for you, maybe just click off this video. I have tons of other ones if you want to go check those out, but maybe this one isn't for you if that's triggering. Anyway, let's just jump right in. Also, real quick, before we get into the makeup, I know I sit down and do these Get Ready With Me's and do like a story time while I'm doing my makeup, but the makeup is the same every time. It's not like I'm doing some like crazy makeup looks. So I guess my question for you guys is, do you want to always see me do that? Because like, this is just me getting ready for the day. So it's not like I'm a makeup artist or anything like that. I'm just getting ready for the day. I'm just doing my natural, like everyday makeup. So when I sit down to do these, I just am doing the same makeup look all the time. I don't know if that's boring for you guys. Because I just feel like I need to be doing something while I'm telling the story. But I could also do like a mukbang or mukbang or however you say it. I keep hearing like many different versions of that. But I could also do one of those if you'd rather just see me like eat. I just want this to be like a chill, casual, like chatty, fun thing, like that we're just friends on FaceTime or whatever. So if you like to see me do my makeup and you don't care that it's the same look every time, let me know that in the comments. If you'd rather see me like eat something, we could do that too. You let me know. I could always eat my breakfast or get like some interesting foods or something. So you let me know. Or if you'd rather just already see me like ready and just telling the story, that's also fine. I can do that. Because y'all know I'm a yapper. So let's just get started. But let me know those things in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. So I need to put something on them lips because they are drier than the desert. All right. I got these cute little bunny clips. I'm going to be filming some Easter, spring related videos in a little bit today. So I figured having those clips out were fitting. I just want to tie my hair back and then we'll get started. And also I want to say like, my hair be looking crazy. For this story, I'm not going to get into all the details. Like we only got like 25-ish minutes. So I'm not going to be getting into all the details. I'm not going to be spilling all the tea, like blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to be like hitting some major points and like, that's really it. I'm keeping it short and to the point, simple. So we're not getting too into detail here. I just want to give you all the gist of things. But anyway, let's get started with the story. So I almost married a narcissist, allegedly, in my opinion. And he was very charming when I met him to start out. Of course he was, because that's how they all are, right? So he was I'm just priming here, by the way. He was very charming. I met him and I was like single, but also like kind of talking to someone. But that someone lived like 3 hours away from me. So it was very casual. Like we weren't like together by any means. Just friends, whatever. So I'm single. I have my own place, my own apartment. Like I live alone, all the things. And I'm just going to let this like dry out for a little bit. So I'll just talk to you guys for a second while that dries out. But I have my own place. I have my own apartment. I'm living alone. I'm single. I have a cat. And I'm like kind of talking to someone, but they live far away. So kind of not. And like nothing is serious. So I go out with my friends, like day drinking on a boat, blah, 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 one day. And my friend's boyfriend at the time brings his friend along. And it's like a fun vibe. Like the guy's fun. He's like, if you know anything about me, you know I'm not looking for the cutest guy in the room. That really doesn't matter to me. I'm attracted to all things, but that doesn't really matter to me. Like the personality, like their behavior, the way they act is what really draws me in. So if they're like fun and funky, a little different, like they got my attention. So he's like kind of goofy. Like they are calling him Smiley because he's smiling all the time. And obviously that's not his real name. So I'm not going to give his actual name, but like, that's just a nickname. We can go by that. So they're calling him Smiley and like, he's just kind of like cheesing all the time and just acting goofy. And like, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what's this guy about? Like, he's fun. And I'm day drinking. Like, I'm just having a good old time. Like, I'm single. I'm young. Like, this was like 10, 15 years ago, y'all. So, no, very in the past. We've healed. We've moved on. It's just a time. It was a time in our lives, but time in my life. But anyway, we are just having a fun time out on the boat. We go on the boat to a beach. We like dock the boat, like having a fun time. I'm having a great old time. So we finish the day, like, nice to meet you, blah, 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 like, whatever. So then I start seeing him around more, like, with my friend's boyfriend. And, like, we're all hanging out. Like, he's just around, like, more in the next couple of weeks or whatever. So I'm like, cool. Like, we had exchanged numbers and, like, we're talking and, like, things are, I guess, heating up, I'll say. We're hanging out more. He comes over to my apartment. I don't really remember all the details, y'all, but I'm sure, like, we went on, like, a date to do, like, dinner or something, whatever. So we are together for, like, the next 2 weeks. And then we're just together. So we're dating now. He lives at his parents' house and, like, rents a bedroom out from them. And also, he's 10 years older than me. So, I mean, not to dog on anyone's living situation because, y'all, these prices these days, this economy, like, who can live by themselves on one income? But this was like 10, 15 years ago. Like, things were affordable. He had a job. So it's like, why don't you have your own place? Like, that should have been red flag number one. I'm sorry, but it should have been. But anyways, I overlooked that. Like, I'm not too judgmental about all that stuff. Like, everybody is going through different phases of life at different times. So, whatever. I liked his vibe. He seemed fun. Like, I mean, it's not like he don't seem to have money. So, I'm like, whatever. I don't care how he's living. So, things move real fast. And, like, we're dating, but we're not just dating. We're we're now living together. Like in the next, like, this all happens, like we meet, we're dating within like a couple weeks, and then he moves in with me like within meeting, dating in like a month. So now he's like moved into my apartment, and like things are taking off quickly. So he seems like real charming. He's love bombing me, doing all the things, like making me feel like the prettiest girl in the room, like buying me all kinds of cute little gifts. And I'm like, cute, like loving all the attention, because like the guy I was talking to, as I said earlier, lived super far away. So it's not like I had someone in person to hang out with or see on a regular basis. And now all of a sudden here this like magical man is like sweeping me off my feet. Like, who isn't impressed? So I'm like, okay. So he's moved in. Everything's great. He's asking me like nonchalantly, I guess it comes up, but I say nonchalantly as like, who was talking about engagement rings in like the first month that they're meeting someone? But whatever. He's like asking me like, oh, what kind of ring like would I like and everything, and like it doesn't seem serious. It just seems like one of those things like you're just talking about in the moment, like whatever. So I'm showing him like this crazy ring that I want from like this jewelry store in New York City. It's the only place that has it. It's like specific to them. It's a very detailed, specific ring. If I have a picture, I'll throw it up. But I don't even know if I have any pictures, but I'm sure I could. I'll throw a picture up. So it's a very specific ring. I'm obsessed with it. So I show him this ring, like never thinking that he's going to get it. So I show him this ring, and like that's the end of that. Well, time goes on, and like we're living together, and as I said, I have a cat. He is stating that he has toxoplasmosis, which I don't know a lot about toxoplasmosis, but I think it's something to do with like cat poop or something, eating cat poop, or cat poop done got on something you ate or something. I don't know. That's way beyond me. But he's saying he has toxic plasmosis. He don't like cats or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, this cat is my child, so you don't insert yourself into my life. Like, what you want to do about my cat? Like, don't be getting an attitude with my cat. So I like have a problem with that. That's red flag number 2. But I'm just so swept off my feet by this man that I'm like, okay, like I can deal with his like little attitude about my cat or whatever, but he has a problem with my cat like sleeping in the bed and like don't want the cat like on his stuff and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, so like I try to like adjust a little bit for both of them, like try to have my cat like sleep in its own bed or like on the floor or like somewhere else, like not in the bed, like while he's in the bed or whatever. So whatever, I'm trying to adjust with that, but I can't lie, like that did bother me, but I kind of just like overlooked it, let it go. Although hindsight is 2020, y'all. Like if you got a problem with animals and you're nasty to animals, like the problem is you. Just FYI. The problem is you. Like people that are nasty and mean to animals, like they be growing up to be murderers. Anyway, that's just my opinion. So I feel like I need more foundation on this space. I really don't know. Gosh, we're already like 15 minutes in. I gotta get chatting. So I don't really like that, but he's like love bombing me, sweeping me off my feet, doing all the things. So as I was saying, he's like love bombing me, doing all the things. And then he tells me like, because we're together, we should get I did say I was living by myself, but I was like struggling financially. Like I was making it, but it was tough. So having him come in and like help me with the bills was actually like what I needed. So I was like actually thankful for that. And then he roped me in by saying like, y'all, do you hear this truck back there? Like it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, bro, can you not be four-wheeling right now? Like have some breakfast first. Jesus. Anyway, so what was I even saying? He got me all off track. Oh, so he's like, ropes me in with the finance thing. It's like, oh, like, we should have a joint account so like I can help you with like your bills and like help you with money and stuff. Red flag number 3. The biggest red flag of all. He's trying to isolate me by gaining control of my finances so I can't do anything financially without him, and I need him. But dummy me, I shouldn't say that. I should say young, silly me didn't know any better. like, I never known anything about alleged narcissism or like controlling behavior like that. So I was like, oh, like, he's so nice. He's trying to like let me on his bank account. Like, what a dude. Y'all. Oh, y'all. So I didn't have any clue that he's like trying to gain control of my finances so that I don't have any finances of my own and like can't do a single thing without him knowing or without him. Like, that's gaining control number 1, that I'm going to need him. So I'm like, okay, like, yeah, that's a great idea. So I get rid of my bank account. He puts my name on his bank account, and now we're sharing finances. So, and I'm sorry if this story is all over the place. Like, I don't got much time, and we're already getting long. So I feel like I wanted this to be like 20 minutes. Now it's going to be like 40. But anyway, I'm sorry if it's all over the place. I'm trying to get like the main details out and like keep things going as best as I can. But anyway, so he takes control of the finances. He's acting a fool to my cat. He didn't have his own place to live, living at his parents' house. I let him move in mine. Okay, so now we're all caught up. So then he, in this short time of living with me already, tells me like, oh, because you have a water bill and like we've combined our finances and everything and like you have to pay for water, it would just make sense for us to shower together because we could save water and just makes sense financially to not take our own showers, that I need to just shower with him, and that is like financially smart. So I've never been in a situation like this where I can't take my own shower. So I was like, I mean, I guess. And it's not like anything like cute is happening in the shower, if you get my drift. Like, one is standing in the back cold waiting for the water while the other's up front washing and rinsing. Like, so I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. So we start showering together to save water. And then like I noticed later on in the relationship, when I ask to shower by myself, I ask to shower. Like, I'm a grown ass woman. Like, why am I asking to take a shower by myself? So that's a red flag in itself, like that I'm asking to take a shower by myself. But when I ask to take a shower by myself, it's a whole guilt trip. It's a whole thing. Why do you want to take a shower by yourself? Do you have marks on you? Are you cheating on me? You have stuff on your body that you don't want me to see? Like, you act like I never seen your body before. Like, I'm just trying to wash my butthole and the piece of myself. Is that not okay? Like, so he makes me feel guilty that I'm asking to take a shower by myself. Like, it's a whole big thing. And I tell you, like, the showering was to save water, right? Mm-hmm. But when we go to like visit my grandparents and whatever, he needs to take a shower with me there too. So it's like, that ain't our water bill. Like, we don't even know if they got a water bill. Maybe they got a well. So what are we showering for together there? Y'all, I'm getting my feelings about this. But anyway, so, that whole financial story ain't adding up there. It's just another way for him to be in control of me. So we're showering together. It's whatever. I'm kind of over it, but at first I'm like, okay, cute. Stupid. So then he is talking, but he's still love bombing me. He's still doing all the things like, let's take a cruise. I'm like, bro, I just met you like a month, 2 months ago. And he's like all this is happening very quickly. So I'm like, this man trying to take me on a cruise vacation and I just met him 2 months ago? Like, sweep me off my feet. So I'm like, okay, great. As I said, I'm struggling financially, so I'm not footing the bill for that. Like, I mean, we got the same account now, but like, it ain't just my money that's paying for that. So I'm like, okay, like, if we can afford that, I would love to go on a cruise vacation. Okay, so he books it like that. No big deal. Like, let's pick some dates. Let's pick where we want to go. Book it. Easy, done. So I'm like, wow, this is really Prince Charming. He's taking me on a whole ass cruise vacation to the Bahamas for 7 days. And I just met this man. Who else would do it? Who else would do it? Silly me. Silly little girl. So, also, before that cruise happens, I mentioned that he had like asked me the engagement ring that I like or whatever, like just in like funny learning conversations. What's your favorite color? Oh, what kind of engagement ring do you like? Like stuff like that. So that's how that came up. Well, then he takes me to a jewelry store. We're on like some little adventure out of state. I don't even know what we're doing. We're just like adventuring around, going like having a fun time. Like I said, he was love bombing me. We were doing all the fun things. Like, he's so cool. He's so fun. He just swept me off my feet and I'm having the time of my life. So we're on some little adventure and there's just some like random jewelry store. And he's like, oh, well, we should go in there. And I'm like, okay. So we go in there and he has them like, if you're engaged or married, you know this, but like, or maybe you don't, but you can go into a jewelry store and they can show you like the different size diamonds on just a stone without a setting, just like a loose stone. They can show you that like on your hand. So they show me like the carat sizes like on my hand in like a loose stone. And I'm like, wow, this is so fun. Like, I've never been doing anything like this. So, he had that all planned out. Wow. So they show me like the size diamonds or whatever, and I pick like the size that I think would be great. I'm like, oh, I think like a carat would be like, I'm not trying to have anything less than that. Like, this is more than that. It doesn't matter. So I'm like, okay, like I think I would like want at least a carat. Okay, like cool, fun, thanks for your time. Like, we leave. What a fun experience. So then we go on our cruise. Like, ain't nothing else about that. Like, that was just like a fun little experience, whatever. So then we go on our cruise. 3 months of knowing each other. We're on a cruise together. And he's doing like some weird things in Snapchat. Like, he's getting some weird photos from girls, some unacceptable photos from girls, like you in a relationship. And you're doing all these things that I don't see that are appropriate. And that I know, since I can't even shower by myself, that you would not think is appropriate, vice versa. So I'm voicing that. And he's like, what do you want me to do? Like, they're the ones sending this stuff to me. Like, what should I do? I've known them forever. Like, maybe you should tell them that you're in a relationship now, and out of respect for me, that's not appropriate. Or maybe you should just block them, unfriend them. Like, I don't know. You're the grown-ass man with the whole big age here. You tell me what you think you should do. So I'm like, whatever. He blows me off. Like, I'm the one with the problem. Like, what do you think I should do? They're the ones sending it to me. Like, it's not any fault of mine. Okay. So we're on this cruise, like stuck on this cruise. And I'm like having a little bit of problems with him. Like, who is this person? Like, he ain't been nothing but like rainbows and sunshine until now. And now we're stuck on this boat together. And he's doing all this weird stuff that I'm not a fan of. Excluding all the red flags that have already popped up that I've ignored. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, we're in paradise. Just have a good time. So we're on the boat for 3 days. And also, I had been on a cruise before, but the first cruise I went on was just like a window room. I don't know what that's called. Maybe like an interior with a window view or something. I don't know what they call that. But it was just like a window room. So this was my second cruise, and we got a balcony room. So, like, bougie, okay. So I'm just like living it up. We're having a great time on this cruise. And we're on the boat for 3 days because it's like 3 days at sea, and then you get to like your port. So we get to the port, we sign up for excursions. Also, on my first cruise, like, I didn't know anything, so like I didn't do excursions or anything like that. So we're doing excursions, like, we're doing all the stuff. I'm like, oh my god, like, what a cool man. So like, he's taking the stupid little photos with me, like, he's doing all the stuff. I'm like, wow, this is my man. So we get on our first excursion in the Bahamas. It's like a beach excursion where you go to like day drink, and there's food, and you're just like hanging out. It's like a beach thing. So we're just hanging, like, the water's so clear, it's like crystal blue, like, we're hanging out in the water, da 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 da. And all of a sudden, while we're in the water, he drops to his knee and pulls out the ring. I'm like, oh my god, this is the love of my life. Like, that's my dream ring. Like, oh my god, he's doing all the things. He done took me on a paradise vacation in 3 months. Like, this is the man of my dreams. Like, I'm so in love. I'm so not. So I'm so thinking I'm so in love. Like, oh my god, like, ugh, sweep me off my feet, sir. So I say yes. Like, he puts the ring on my finger. Like, oh my god, now we're engaged. Like, we're gonna get married. Like, so we come back. We're engaged. We're also, we have been together for 3 months. Like, we're still kind of in the honeymoon phase of our relationship. Like, everything's great. Although he's taken over my finances. He's mean to my cat. He makes me shower with him and has like weird behavior. But whatever. I'm overlooking all those things because I'm just love struck. So then I try to go out like to lunch with my friend the friend that I went out with her the day on the boat, her and her boyfriend, like, the friend that I met him through. I try to go out with her for lunch. Like, it ain't like we going to the club and like we're shaking our butts and all those things. Like, I'm trying to go to the Olive Garden to get some pasta. So we're trying to go to lunch. So I go to lunch with her. Like, we're having a good old time. Like, okay. Well, I'm out at the lunch, and we're like coming home or whatever. Like, we're ending the lunch. I've paid. I get a call asking me what I'm buying from Olive Garden. I'm like, excuse me, what? He's literally monitoring the bank account in real time. So he's like, what are you doing? What are you buying at Olive Garden? Like, I'm like, okay. Not only is he controlling the finances, he's controlling the finances. So I get home and I'm like, oh, like, I was out with so-and-so, like, having lunch. And here comes the guilt trip. Why are you spending money out with somebody else? Like, that's money that we could be spending doing something together, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, it's already 30 minutes. I need to speed the story up. So that's money that we could be spending together, yada, yada, yada. Like, now that you spent that money out with your friend doing what you want to do, now there's no money for us to do activities. It's the end of the world because I done got a pasta lunch at the damn Olive Garden down the street. So I'm like, okay, like, sorry, I will run things by you, like, about spending money. He's like, this is shared finances. Like, if we're going to be making purchases, like, we need to, like, have a discussion with each other about it beforehand, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, like, I would think if we're going to be buying a car, maybe we would have that discussion with each other about it beforehand, but I didn't know that buying the gnocchi soup and the salad, all you can eat salad and soup, was like a deal breaker or something. But okay, whatever you say. So I'm like, okay, like, my bad. Sure. I'm more control. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm the horrible person here, like, my bad. Oops. So won't do that again. So now, like, as if he wasn't already controlling the finances, he's controlling the finances now. So I'm like, okay, I guess, like, I can't spend anything without him knowing or without it being a problem. So now that just, like, deters me from doing, like, spending anything. So, okay, whatever. So he's starting to bring his, like, true colors out a little bit more. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about him, but everything's so great. So my lease to my apartment is coming up. And it's like, you either are gonna, like, renew it and sign it for another 6 months, a year, I forget what it was, probably like a year, or you're not, and you're gonna move. So he's like, we're not gonna renew the lease. We're gonna buy a house because we're engaged. We're gonna get married. Like, we're gonna buy a house. Like, you want to buy me a house? Oh my God, I'm in love again. They got ways to pull you back in, I tell you. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, great. So we start looking for a house. He says he's got, like, all this money saved up, which I also don't have access to the money, to the accounts in any way, because it was his account that he put my name on. So I don't have, like, an app that I can, like, look at the money or anything. Like, I can't see the money. So whatever he says is, like, what I have to believe. So he's saying he's got all this money in savings or whatever, and that, like, we're gonna buy a house. So I'm like, okay. I have a realtor because I was looking for a house before I got the apartment. So I'm like, let me get in contact with my realtor. We'll start looking for houses, and, like, we'll start going and actually looking at some. So that's what we start doing. We start looking for houses. We can't find one. My lease is ending, and we don't have a house, and we don't have a place to live because we have not renewed the lease. So his grand plan is that we're just gonna live with his friend in his friend's house, and we're just gonna rent a room out from his friend while we're in the process of, like, looking for and finding a house. So I'm like, okay, seems temporary. So we move into this friend's bedroom in his house. We're paying rent for it. So now me, Smiley, and my cat are living in a bedroom when we went from living, I forget what the apartment was, but it was, like, obviously at least a 1-bedroom. Maybe it was even a 2-bedroom. Maybe it was a 1-bedroom. But, like, we're living in our whole apartment. Now we're down to living in a bedroom with, like, a shared community kitchen and everything. That's, like, this is not our space. So it's uncomfortable for me. Like, I don't love it, but it's just temporary, right? So we're still looking for a house and that, but it kind of dies down. And time goes on. Things just become, like, worse and worse, with his behavior towards me, and with everything he can control, he is. And I'm just like, the ring went on my finger. And the real person, even, like, he was dropping, like, little breadcrumbs of red flags, but the real red flags were coming out now. So I was like, who is this person that I'm engaged to and about to marry? The true character, the true colors are coming out, and I don't like that color. So I have a job at the hospital. I'm working, like, 12-hour shifts. So I'm working from, like, 10:45 in the morning to, like, 11:15 at night. And it's getting so bad the way that he's treating me, the way that he's controlling me, just everything. He's completely isolated me from all my friends. Like, I don't live near my family, so like I'm completely isolated. The only person that I have at this point is him. I don't have my own money. Like, I don't have anything without him knowing. And I'm completely isolated. Like, I live in a bedroom in some strange man's house that I don't know. And I'm miserable. Like, my cat looks terrible. Like, he's being mean to my cat. Like, he's mean to me. Like, and I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? Like, things were so great in the beginning. Like, he was so fun. And now I can't even blink without him knowing. And that's a problem. If I blinked without asking, basically. I'm being like exaggerative, but like, you get what I'm saying. So it's getting to the point where I'm working 10:45 a.m. to 11:15 p.m. And because I work 12s, I only need to work 3 shifts. But I'm like picking up extra shifts just so that I don't have to be in that bedroom, because what else am I doing? So I'm picking up extra shifts, and I'm also going to the gym after work because I don't have anything else to do or anywhere else to go, and I don't want to go sit in that bedroom with him. So I'm just doing anything that I can to like disappear from the bedroom for as long as I can. Like, the 12 hours a day ain't enough. Like, I don't want to have to go sit in the bedroom with him. So I'm doing whatever I can to like get away. Well, then me going to the gym at night is becoming a problem, because what am I coming home late for? Like, not that I didn't clear going with the gym and letting him know that I was doing that before I did it, but like, it didn't get signed off on. He didn't approve that. So like, that's a problem. So it's like, what am I doing that for? Like, what am I going to the gym? Like, who am I trying to get sexy for? Like, bro, I'm just trying to work out and be healthy. Like, excuse me, like, my freaking bad for having my own goals and caring about my health. So like, then that's a thing. That's a problem of me going to the gym. So finally, I get to the point where I'm like, this is only going to get so much worse if I think that it's bad now. And this is all like, this is from the time I meet him to the time I leave is a year's time span. So I'm like, I'm seeing who this person really is, and I don't like them. I don't like how they treat me. I don't like how they treat my cat. I don't like who they are as a person. I don't like them. I don't like green eggs and ham, Sam I am. So I'm like, if this is all happening this quickly and very rapidly in this short amount of time, and I marry this person, do I think that I'm ever going to get out of that marriage? Is he ever going to sign a divorce paper for me? Hell no. So he is like isolating me as much as he can and trying to like brainwash me and stuff. But I was raised by a single mom, a strong woman, and strong women make strong women. And like, I'm sorry, but it ain't gonna be me. Like, you may be trying to brainwash me and doing all the things, but I still got a mind of my own, and I'm still gonna make the decisions that I at least can for myself. And I'm figuring out real quick here that this ain't what I want to do for the rest of my life, because I only know if it's this bad already, it's only going to get so much worse to where I might not make it out, if you get my drift. Because a lot of people have not, from these types of people. So I'm like, I gotta do something to get out of this now, or I'm not getting out of this. Especially if I marry this person, that's it for me. So I go to the bank. So he works a day shift, by the way. And he goes to work in the morning, like 7, 8 in the morning. So I don't go to work until 10:45. So I have like that gap of a couple hours before I have to go to work that he's already gone, where I can like go do whatever without him being attached to my hip. So I decide that I'm going to go and make my own bank account again, and that I'm going to start putting tiny bits of money into this bank account because I have to start getting some kind of money to be able to leave. So I start like planning this. So I get this bank account and I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this where he's not going to notice that there's money missing from my paychecks, from my direct deposit that's going into our account. So I'm like, okay, well, my paychecks are never like the exact same because I am never working the same amount of hours because I don't work just 3/12s. I might work 4/12s or 5/12s, or I'm always working a different amount of hours, basically. So my paycheck is never the same amount. So it's not like he is expecting like a certain amount of money. It's just like a ballpark of money. So I'm like, okay, well, like if $100 or $200 is missing from my paycheck, it's not going to be like super noticeable because if I didn't pick up extra hours or if I like worked more hours, then it just might like be the same. It's not going to be like hella noticeable. So I'm like, okay, so I pick like a small amount that I can do every paycheck to go to be direct deposited into my secret account that I make from my paycheck. That way it's not a withdrawal. I'm not withdrawing anything. It's just, I'm splitting my paycheck up into two accounts. $200 from my paycheck is going into this secret account and the rest of my paycheck is going into like our account. So I start doing that so I can start getting my own money. And then I have been back in contact with a friend and they're telling me like to come like live with them. And then I'm like, I don't know if I'm like trying to do all that. I don't want to intrude on them and whatever. It's not really relevant to the story, but they're telling me to like come there. And then I'm also like, I don't know how much I'm telling my mom at this point, but I'm telling her like thinking about leaving. I guess I'm telling her that. I don't really remember, but I'm basically in the middle of deciding whether I'm going to stay with my friend who does not live where my parents live, but lives in the same state, or if I'm going back to my parents' house to live with them, which also, by the way, I haven't lived at my parents' house at this point for like 5-6 years. I haven't lived in that area. I haven't lived with them. Like I've been on my own for a while and living hours away from them. So it's like, am I going to go like there and like start living there again after I've not lived there all this time? Or am I going to go like live with my friend and start like a life in this other area? Like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I just know that I got to go. So I'm kind of like starting to look for jobs and trying to figure things out of like what I'm doing. But I'm not really finding any jobs that I like want to commit to. But basically, I just need a job for the time being. But I'm like, I don't want to get a job at one of these places in one of these areas and then decide like I'm not going to stay there. So my mom just says, just come home. Like you can figure it out. Just leave or whatever. So I've decided that I'm going to get a U-Haul truck. I'm just going to go move back home and figure out what I'm doing, figure out my job situation. I'm just going to leave and then I'm going to figure the rest out. Like I just got to leave. So I do all this. I've made all this plan. I've gotten this money, which isn't a lot of money, by the way. But it's enough to get me out. So, and also like, I understand that people in this situation don't always have the support that I had, and that plays a huge factor. I'm very lucky to have that support because without my parents and like that other person that was helping me in that time, like I might not have been able to get out so easily. So like I understand that. Also like there's just a lot of factors in being able to leave. I understand some people say like just leave, just get out, and that's not as easy as saying it, and I get that. But my mom was like, just come on, like whatever. So I've made all this I've gotten the bank account. I have already put my 2 weeks in at my job without telling him any of this. Like, he doesn't know any of this. I'm doing all this secretly. So I tell him with like, I'm going to be like basically ending my job on it's a Thursday. My last day at my job is a Friday. My parents and my friend are coming on Saturday with a U-Haul truck. Like, I've booked a U-Haul and everything. Paid the U-Haul with my money that I have in my bank account, my secret bank account. And I basically tell him with no time for him to like try to like pull me back in, try to give me any sob stories, like any guilt trips. Like, I do this very quickly because my mind, one, is already made up, but I also tell him like at the end so I don't have to like suffer through what might happen if there's more time. And also so he doesn't have a ton of time to like guilt trip me or tell me that he might hurt himself or anything like that. Like, I don't give him the time to do any of that. So I just tell him like, I'm leaving you. I'll be gone in the next day. And it hasn't been fun. I hate you, basically. You're a terrible person. And I'm not dumb enough to get stuck in this. Like, you may think that you can brainwash me all you want, but ain't gonna be me, sir. So, and I guess I shouldn't say I'm dumb enough like that. I don't mean that. But hopefully you get what I'm saying. So my favorite stone is opal. I love opals. I think opals are so beautiful. I love like their meaning, and I also think that's a beautiful name. Like, if I ever had a daughter, which I'm not going to, but if I ever decided to adopt a child or something, I would probably name her Opal. But I digress. He shows up the next day with, can you guess? An opal necklace and earrings. Take this gift so that, look what I can do for you. I can buy you this cute little opal set, and that should make it better, right? It will never happen again. I'll change. I'll do better. Blah, blah, blah. We've all heard it, haven't we? I'm sorry, but a material item is not going to make me endure a lifetime of this treatment that I've been in for the last year. I don't care if you bring me all the opals in the world. Bye. So I'm like, dude, absolutely no thanks. You can return that. I don't want anything from you. I don't want that. No. I'm still leaving. You're not changing my mind. Like, goodbye. So the Saturday comes. My parents and my friends, or my parents and my friend, have traveled. Now, meanwhile, my parents are traveling 2 hours to come, actually 3 hours, to come help me. This other person, my friend, is coming from another direction, also traveling 3 hours. Smiley says, I don't want that person on my property, which, meanwhile, we're still living in this bedroom. It's not his property, but whatever. That person, he says, is not allowed to come here, and there's going to be a problem if they do. So I'm like, whatever. It's another thing for him to control, like, whatever. You don't want them here, that's fine. They don't have to be, like, my parents are still going to come here, and you can't do anything about that. So they can sit across the street, and, like, if you want to try to hinder, make things difficult, like, do you, boo? So it's not going to change me from leaving. So my parents come, and what a nice person he is. You think, like, it's over, it's done. You know why it's done. Although, I don't know if alleged narcissist can take any accountability for themselves. So maybe he don't understand, like, because he can't actually look inward and be like, I'm the problem. But regardless, he should know why this is over. And instead of being like, I've made your life miserable enough, I've put you through enough hell, I've taken you through the trenches in this last year, let me give you this 2 hours to load your stuff with your family, load the U-Haul on your own, and not make you any more uncomfortable than I already have for the last 365 days. No. He's not going to leave. He wants to make the last second with me as uncomfortable as he can. And what a nice guy he is. You know what he does? He helps me load that U-Haul. Because he's a nice guy. I'm like, okay, dude, whatever. So I leave. I pack my cat up, pack my stuff up. Bye. See you never. Also, I leave with my engagement ring. Because, as I said, he got me the engagement ring that I told him that I wanted from that special store in New York. That diamond store that we went to on that little trip was in like Virginia or something. He had the store from New York send that ring to that store that we went to where I like got to see the loose stones in Virginia. That's where he got that ring from. Anyway, so I take the ring with me because he did do all the work to get the ring, but we have a joint bank account. My money is going into that account just as much as his. So it wasn't like he just paid for that ring up front. He put that ring on a credit card. So that bill that's getting paid for that credit card every month is part of my money. So I take the ring with me. It's my ring. So that's a reason for him to contact me. He wants his ring back. And I'm like, you know what? This ring got bad vibes. I'm not going to get anything from this ring. I do try to take it and sell it. I realize that I'm not getting anything for it because the ring was like $8,000 or something, 8 to 10 grand. I don't know. That was a lot of money back then, a decade ago. More than 15 years ago, that was a lot of money. So I take it and I'm like, I can get money for this because when I leave, by the way, I don't get any money from that joint account. That's mine. I don't get anything. The only money that I leave with is the money that I had put in my secret account, which wasn't much. So I leave with nothing. He doesn't give me my share of anything. I leave with no money in the items that I had entered the relationship with. So he then tells me he wants his ring back. I had already tried to sell it, realized that they were going to try to give me like less than $2,000 for it. I was like, whatever. So I was like, you know what? I don't want this ring. This ring got bad vibes. This ring got bad memories. This ring is bad juju. I don't want to carry this ring through life with me. I don't want it. So he says he wants the ring back. And when I realize that I can't get anything for my pain and suffering with him, I'm like, you know what? You can take this stupid ass ring. I don't want it. I don't want the ring. I don't want any memory of you. And I don't want any reason for you to have to contact me. So my friend that was waiting on the other side for me mails the ring back to him. I don't even mail the ring back. My friend takes the ring, packages it up, mails it from their address. There you go. Here's your stupid ring. Shove it up your ass. I shouldn't have said that. That's nasty. So that was it. I've never heard from that person again. I've never seen them. Haven't spoken to them. Couldn't tell you how they are, what they're doing, if they're even still on this earth. I do not know. I do not care. Because that person put me through hell. Through hell. And I only told y'all the very edited short version of that because I don't need to be trauma dumping on y'all and airing all my business out. But I'll just say that I had to do a lot of healing after that. And whew, what someone can put you through. So, as I'm sitting here finishing this mess, like what? This eyebrow, like what? I could sit here and do my eyebrows all day, y'all, and they would still just be a mess. So, do I keep doing that? Or do I just say, F it, hell with it? They are what they are. Sisters, not twins, ever. I mean, at this point, like, I don't even know if they're sisters. Like, stepsisters, cousins. Whew. But that's the end of my very short, long story. I could probably make this video like 4 hours long if I told you all the details and the whole story. So that was just some points. And hopefully you get the idea of their relationship, of who this person was, without me having to go through and say all of it. But this is probably where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to push that setting spray in though, and I'm going to do a little highlight. But this is pretty much the finished look. We're keeping things real dry and simple these days because a girl got a problem with her eyes. But anyway, y'all, that was my story of how I almost married an alleged, in my opinion, narcissist. And if you have an experience like that, or if you're in that right now, just know that you are not alone. You are not alone. I know it is hard. My heart is with you. I am thinking about you. I know not everybody makes it out of those situations. And I pray for all the healing and happiness. Shoo. Okay. I pray for all the healing and happiness for you if you have made it out like me and you survived. I'm glad that you're still here. If you're still in the trenches and you're trying to make it out, I wish you the best. I hope that you do. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Don't stop fighting for yourself. But anyway, you guys, this is getting a little too heavy for me, so I have got to go. But I hope you enjoyed the story. If you can relate, let me know in the comments. I'm sending you all the love. And I hope to see you in my other videos. But thank you for spending this time with me. Let me know again in the comments if you want to see me do my makeup, if you want to see me eat, if you just want to hear me tell the story, whatever. But thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And maybe I'll see you in the next video. Bye.